morning, everyone. How are y'all feeling this holiday weekend? You feel full? I had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'm so delighted to be able to share this Sunday with you. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here, and we're going to celebrate the good that is life today. I see a good friend in the house, and you're going to recognize this song.
There's a winding road. Feel free to move your body if you want. Where I learned to run. The race is long. Oh, but it can be won. With every step we're taking, with every choice we're making, with every bend in the road, we get stronger. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our mind to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe. We can share the dream. There's a dead-end street.
There's a dead-end street
Where I used to play. But I found my wings. Oh, I can fly away. Below the street lights fading, ahead is my future waiting. Beyond all the doubts and fears, I can see it. We can reach up, we can reach out, we can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our mind to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe. We can share the dream. You can sing this part, it's real easy. We can share the dream, we can share the dream. Yes, we can. We can share the dream, we can share the dream. Oh, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach out, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach up, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. Sharing a future, we can share the dream, we can share the dream. We can reach up, we can reach out. We can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. We can reach up, we can reach out. We can show this world what we're all about. We can do anything we put our minds to. We can be anything we wanna be. Oh, we must believe. We can share the dream. We can reach up.
So I say that my friend will recognize that song because we come from the same spiritual center in Los Angeles area from many years ago, and we were actually practitioner students together. Why I say that she would understand that song is because we sang that song as our opening song in service for 6 years at least, every single Sunday. We never changed up the music for many, many years. That was always our opening song. But I'm grateful to bring it back to this fold. And we haven't done that in a long time here. It's been a few years since we've done that. But we're going to sing that song as our opener all month. So you'll get used to that. And it's a fun song. I like it. Yes. So welcome once again to Unity of Tucson. As I said before, I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the senior minister here at this glorious spiritual center where we gather together each and every Sunday to celebrate love, to celebrate life, to celebrate the inherent light that each and every one of us is. And I'm so delighted to be able to share this philosophy with the whole world and with you, and that we get to partake in this spiritual journey together. Now, one thing, I left it over there. I left my phone over there. Get your phones out. Yes, I'm being a little more demanding now. Get your phones out. And please make sure that you turn your ringers off, turn off the noisemakers, but please also feel free to take notes, take pictures, and if you would like, you can post on social media, tag Unity of Tucson, and we can let the world know where the love is every single Sunday. We're delighted to have you share this with the world, and I'm so grateful for that. So yes, feel free to use your phones during the celebration today. Now, our purpose here at Unity of Tucson is to provide a safe, loving, and inclusive space where all people can explore the principles of the New Thought spiritual philosophy. And I believe that through the adoption of that philosophy for myself, what I have found, and I believe that this can be so for all, is that we can master spiritual understanding, find personal purpose, and develop a spiritual path. What I have found is that a spiritual path in my life has enhanced the quality of my experience, and so that is why I choose to be on this path and choose to continue this path and to try to share it with everyone. Now, you may not believe everything you hear today. I say that every single week as well because I may say something that's going to butt up against your belief system, but I think that's also an important thing to acknowledge because what we teach here at Unity is that our beliefs are creating the expression of our lives. And so if our lives maybe aren't what we would like them to be, I would say the first place to look is in our belief system. And we offer tenets here that I think are positive, progressive, uplifting, and evolutionary. And if those tenets butt up against something within you, well, maybe look and say, is what I believe currently working better for me, or is this perhaps something that I could adopt as a belief that would work better for me? And you get to be the decision maker in that, because I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm just here to offer the teaching. Now, we have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson. I would love for us as a community to say out loud first these words of our vision statement. Let's say this together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is a manner in which we may choose to see the world. The mission are steps that we can take to put into practice in our lives that allow that vision to come into expression. So let us say these words of our mission statement together. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Just breathe into that. Love only, forgive everything. Remember who you are. I always encourage an awareness of the voice inside and how it is reflecting and relating to those words. So just check in as you hear these words and see what happens within. Love only, forgive everything. Remember who you are. Taking a breath. If you're joining us for the first time today, I want to extend a special welcome to you. I want to say welcome to anyone online who may be joining us for the first time. Whether you're watching live on this beautiful Sunday morning, December 1st, it's already December. It's December. But I want to extend a special welcome to you and say thank you for watching. If you're watching live or you're watching at another time in the video archive, just know that your energy is part of this experience, and I'm so grateful that you've decided to spend some time with us. If you go to unitytucson.com/connect, you can fill out some information there, and we can keep this conversation going. If you're in the room for the first time today, if you're here and you've never been here before, first of all, I would like to acknowledge that as you were coming in, you may have been invited to receive a gift. And if you did not receive that gift on your way in, please feel free to go to the welcome table at the completion of the celebration today and pick up that gift. But in addition to that gift, there's something else that we would like to share with you. And so if you are comfortable with identifying yourself as someone who is here for the first time, would you please either raise your hand or stand up? Is there anyone joining us for the first time today? Welcome. Grateful to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I see a hand back there. And here's what it is that we would like you to know that we know about you. Shall we? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. And I'm so grateful that you are shining your light, sharing your magnificence with us. And I think that we should all claim for ourselves our sense of inner magnificence that is shining forth. And so let us say these words of this affirmation together, shall we? I am magnificent. How does that feel? Let's do it one more time. I am magnificent. Yes, indeed. Oh, well, a magnificent way that we honor and celebrate here is by acknowledging that all faith traditions, all religious paths and spiritual paths are all rooted in the same common golden thread of love. We celebrate through a ceremony that we've adopted here called Lighting the Flames of Faith. It is guided each week by our magnificent keepers of the flames. And here to guide us in that ceremony today, please welcome Laura Cass and Mary Alls.
Deep breath on this beautiful, beautiful day. We light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of surrender to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. The final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experience. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Mary. This candle here, as many of us know, but if you're new to our community, this candle here is the peace candle. And we choose to keep the peace candle consistently illuminated as a reflection of the consistent illumination of peace in our own hearts. And as each and every one of us allows our inner peace, our inner light of peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, our relationships, our expression and experience in the world, then right where we are, we become conduits of and expressions of world peace. And so let's honor that understanding by sharing together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. Indeed it does. It is always a delight to have members of our spiritual leadership team share with us. Each week, I invite one of our leaders to lead us in by guiding us through a reading that they've chosen, leading us in our monthly affirmations, a new affirmation this month, and also guiding us in prayer. Here to do that today, please welcome Reverend William Gill.
Good morning. Charles Fillmore, the co-founder of the Unity movement, was a very prolific writer. In 1949, a book was published titled Atom Smashing Power of Mind. And I love that book because back in 1949, Charles Fillmore, in his writing, was synthesizing the science of the day with the spirituality he was developing into. And he has some very, very good ideas as to what is and what will be. Now, it was written in the language of 1949. However, once you get through that, there are some great wisdoms in there. For today's reading, I'm going to read to you from that book. Now, these particular paragraphs are very Jesus-centric, which we may or may not be ourselves. And they also use the word man to mean mankind. But again, this is 1949 English. So from Atom Smashing Power of the Mind, written by Charles Fillmore. The great modern revival of divine healing is due to the application of the same law that Jesus used. He demanded faith on the part of those whom he healed. And with that faith as the point of mental and spiritual contact, he released the latent energy in the atomic structure of his patients, and they were restored to life and health. Have faith in the power of your mind to penetrate and release the energy that is pent up in the atoms of your body, and you will be astounded at the response. Paralyzed functions anywhere in the body can be restored to action by one's speaking to the spiritual intelligence and life within them. Jesus raised his dead bodies, plural, Jesus raised his dead bodies in this way. And Paul says that we can raise our body in the same manner if we have the same spiritual contact. And so Charles says that the atoms in your body, in my body, in our body have intelligence. And we can connect with that intelligence to find healing. And beyond that, later in the book, he talks about things like prosperity through connecting with the atoms, the cells within your own body. Every month we have a theme for the month, and we have an affirmation. This month's theme is life. I looked up the word life in the dictionary, and there are many definitions, but one in particular said that life is a noun meaning vitality, vigor, and energy. There it is again. Energy is life, life is energy. Our affirmation for this month was written by our very own prayer chaplain, Sandy Solomon. I will say it once by myself, let it sink in, and then we will say it together twice. I am eternal life. Life springs forth as me, radiating health and wholeness. Take that in for a moment. Now, together, I am eternal life. Life springs forth as me, radiating health and wholeness. Once again, I am eternal life. Life springs forth as me, radiating health and wholeness.
Taking a breath and allowing ourselves to prepare for the practice of affirmative prayer. Just allow. Open up and allow.
I am light, I am light. 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 I am not the things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I am light, I am light. I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light.
And so to yourself, affirm with me, I am light. I am energy. I am spirit in physical form. And so thank you, Spirit, because you teach me how to tap into the energy that is within for my wellness, my healing, my prosperity, and to attract all good things to myself. I am light. I am energy in motion. I am spirit alive on this earth. For this knowledge, I say thank you, God. And I say thank you, God, for your love that never ends and is always present and available in my life each and every day. And so it is. Amen.
I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am divinity divine. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a place of it all. I am light.
Thank you, Reverend William. Thank you, Aaron. I'm so excited for today's featured song. One of the things is I like to bring a variety of music. I like to offer a variety of music in the celebration of this thing called life. And so this is a song. We're going to rock out today. Are you ready? Yeah, here's Aaron Anderson to rock out. Yes? Here we go.
Here we go.
Feel free to move your body.
Yes.
You know this song.
Or sing along if you would like to. Yeah, get on up if you are able and willing. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street lights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, their shadows searching in the night. Street light, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street light, people. Don't stop.
Aaron Anderson. Thank you. Right? Boy, if you're new to our community, I love that song. It's I'm a child of the 80s. I mean, I'm a child of the 70s, but like that like the 80s is like my jam. The music of the 80s is my jam, and like that is so right in there. I'm so grateful for you singing that, and I'm so grateful for this magnificent music team. So you said to me, thank you for letting me sing that. Thank you for singing it. Okay. Well, it's all working out so gloriously on this beautiful day, as it always does, because that's the nature of things. If we're really in the flow, it all works out perfectly. I woke up this morning actually not knowing what the song was until you sent me the message saying, it's going to be Don't Stop Believing. I thought, okay, I can work with that. Reverend William had no idea what I was going to talk about today, but of course it is perfectly in alignment with the idea that is going to ground what I want to say today. What you read is really going to ground that idea of what I want to talk about today. And here's where I'm going to begin. I want to let you know that I had a request for a topic to cover on a Sunday. I had a request. And so I'm going to address that request today because this month's theme being life, it felt like this was an appropriate time to allow that request to be answered today. So the talk today is called, What's Next? Now, there's a little part of me that when I hear those two words, what's next, I think of the West Wing, because that was a very common phrase used on the West Wing. I don't know if you know the West Wing, that show, but like every episode, there was at some point somebody would say, okay, what's next? What's next? It was a common question that would come up. But this was the request. Someone asked me, will you please talk about what happens after we transition? Because I don't talk about it on Sundays. We do have a teaching, we do have a philosophical construct that I will lean into that will, I think, help us understand what I think is a possibility in terms of what happens after we transition. Now, here's the thing about that. I don't know. That's really the answer. I don't know. Anyone else know? Well, some people do know, and that's the thing. People have had some NDE, some near-death experiences, where they have had the experience of the other side and have returned to this side to tell of it. Now, I believe that we are in alignment in terms of what we will teach, and the thing that comes up for me most prevalently is to say this. I think that what we think we know is too limited. What we think we know about what is to follow is far too limited in the way that we've been teaching it and the way that we've been trying to understand it over the course of millennia. Because what usually happens is people come to spiritual communities like this, many of them wondering, what happens after I die? You know, and there have been lots of stories that have been told. There have been lots of stories that have been made up. You know, a very prevalent story, of course, is that you are either going to go up there to heaven, or you're going to go down there. And it all depends on how you were in this life. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It also works out, I think, well, that this is the first Sunday of Advent in the Christian liturgical calendar. And the first Sunday of Advent is rooted in the themes of hope and faith. Now, you know me and hope, right? As I often say, I quote Ernest Holmes. He said this, hope is good. It's better than despair. But it is an unconscious compromise with the infinite. And so if we are going to take the step beyond hope, I think that what we may want to consider is that we are stepping into the state of mind of faith. That is a step beyond hope. Faith is unshakable. And when we determine what our faith is and what we have faith in and as, then what that has done for me is it has enhanced my life experience. So the question about what's next is actually applicable to every single moment. It's not just the expression of what's next, what happens after we transition, what happens on the other side. It is applicable to each moment, not just in thinking beyond what we think we know. What's next? What's next in the spiritual journey of life? Now, life being energy, life itself being energy, I do agree with that construct. In this incarnation, I often ask myself, what might be beyond the notion of what I think makes up the me of me, which oftentimes I limit to the physical body, because I'm so much more than that, aren't you? We are all more than just the physical matter that we've been told to believe in. And in fact, that's one of the things that drew me so prevalently and wholeheartedly into the New Thought philosophy, is I was being told that what this is simply a reflection of an infinite power and presence of creation, and that there is no separation. There is no God out there and me. There is only God as all that is, which is inclusive of me, which is inclusive of each and every one of us. I think the question came up, what happens after we transition, because we're also seeking comfort and trusting that we're doing it right on this plane of action. What if I told you you can do no wrong? Now, there are things that we agree to, I think, as a culture that we might call wrong. Harming another person, harming another individual, harming another entity, harming another expression of the divine. I think that's wrong. But in the grand scheme of the divine, we can't do wrong. We cannot. And so we're seeking comfort and thinking that we're doing it right, but who determines right from wrong in the infinite? Who determines right from wrong in the infinite? Because right and wrong are limited ideas. They're not infinite ideas. There must be more. There must be more. And that's something that I take great comfort in, knowing that beyond this physical expression, there is more. That's fundamentally what we teach. So the ultimate faith is this. The ultimate faith is not actually knowing what happens or what's next, but also not fearing what happens or what's next. That, for me, is the ultimate in faith. And I think it's important that we perhaps consider reflecting upon where in that scale, because it's a gradient scale, where in that are we? Are we on the state of mind that leads us into fear about what will follow? Or are we in the state of mind that allows love to be at the root of what we know ourselves to be, and so that love can never cease to express itself in some manner? There is a divine animating spark in you. Can you feel it? There is a divine animating spark in you. It is the beginning of everything that flows forth as your life. That spark, it transcends physical limitations. It is the infinite and eternal nature animating the physical expression that we are, but it cannot be limited to the physical. God is. Consider that for a moment. God is. That is the first principle we teach in New Thought. God is all there is. There is nothing else that exists. Nothing else that exists. God is the only thing. Now, we don't teach God as a being, but rather the eternal beingness of creation. And so God, this eternal beingness of creation, is all there is. And we cannot be separate from all that is. So God is ceaselessly expressing itself in terms of creation, and so are we. We can never cease in the expression of ourselves in creation as creation. And so when we shed this expression, does that mean we cease being creative expressions? No. We can never cease to be creative expression. Charles Fillmore had a slightly different idea. And this is where I say that we have evolved past limited ideas. Charles Fillmore taught the concept of regeneration, right, Reverend William? He taught the concept of regeneration. And the concept of regeneration was that if we were very much in alignment with our understanding and identity as spirit, that the physical body would regenerate itself and we would not have to experience the transition bodily into the next thing, that we could live in this physical incarnation for eternity. Charles Fillmore taught that. I wonder how that's working for him now. This idea of regeneration was from an understanding that it was the natural restoration of the physical body to its original state of wholeness, which I think is also what he's talking about very much in the Atom-Smashing Power of Mind. That book is very much rooted in this idea that there is a regenerative opportunity that we all have. Now, I believe this on some level to be true because I believe that I can regenerate through my thinking, the expression of my physical body, the cells, the atoms, everything, because we're constantly in a state of change and flux. Now, do I want to live in this incarnation for eternity? No. But I'm loving it while I'm here. I am loving it. I love the experience of life in this physical expression. I do. But I think that his idea, I personally believe that his idea was limited in its scope and expression. And I think that here's how we can consider that we've evolved past this idea that is limited to this plane of action as human expressions on this planet. Because you know what? There's a whole universe out there, and something even perhaps beyond. Because we can observe a physical universe, but what is beyond what we observe as the physical? Infinite. It's infinite. And so it is what we decide it shall become. That will refer back to my talk on quantum physics 2 weeks ago. Our spiritual essence, the essence that is our life, our spiritual essence extends beyond this limited plane. And there is a foundational concept in physics. I don't know if you remember this from your physics class. If you took physics in high school, there's a foundational concept in physics called the conservation of energy. And what the conservation of energy basically says is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form or be transferred from one system to another. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form or be transferred from one system to another. So fundamentally, at our very root, we are energy. So we can be neither created nor destroyed. All we experience is change in form or a transfer from one system to another. That gives me great comfort. Because what it means to me is that the me of me, the identity that I recognize myself as, the personality that I have as a reflection of my innate identity, can never cease to be. It will exist eternally. We simply change form or we transfer from one system to another. Are we willing to trust in that journey, though? I mean, isn't that willingness one of the ultimate expressions and acceptances of faith? To be willing to trust in that journey, that when I shed this physical form, it is not the end, that there is a continuation eternally. And that I believe, this is again my belief, you get to decide what you believe. My belief is that as we are moving through the experience of unfoldment, that we are evolving in an ever upward trajectory in that expression. And so we're always empowered into rising above the circumstances of our lives. I take great comfort in that. Charles Fillmore also offered this. He said, "The desire to live does not cease when the body dies. The mind lives on, not in heaven or in hell, but in the states of consciousness that it has cultivated in life. Mind does not change with a change of environment. Those who leave the body of matter find themselves in the body of ether." And I think that when we find ourselves, the individualized expression that makes up the us of us, when we find ourselves in the body of ether, we are empowered into a decision. How shall I continue to express? The infinite nature of us invites us into that question. How shall I continue to express my creative self in some manner? And I don't think it's just coming back and being reincarnated into another experience here on this earth. I think that the possibilities are unlimited in terms of how that shows up and how that expresses itself. But what I trust in my own heart is that it will never cease to be. That's why I have let go of my fear of that transition. I have let go of my fear of that transformation. Because I can never cease to be. You can never cease to be. Fundamentally, if God is all there is, and that is who and what we are, that's the second principle, that is who and what we are, and God is infinite, we must be infinite because there can be no separation, and God can never cease to be, therefore we can never cease to be. See, I can make it all, I can distill it down into just a couple phrases. Today's song, actually, on some level, we could look at as a metaphor for this journey. You didn't even know that, and I had this talk all worked out in my mind. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. That's how that song begins. That's how that song begins. You know, every individualized expression that is referred to in that song, part of what happens in that song is they seem to all be living separate expressions and experiences, right? There's a real concept of loneliness and separation in that. Aren't we all, on some level, constantly on that train going anywhere? I mean, we're not static. We can never stop being. We can never actually be separate. We are constantly moving. We are constantly expressing. We are dynamic, ceaselessly expressing infinite life. So don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. That's what I say. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. And hope is a challenging word for me because there's a lot of, I think, hope in this song as well. And if that's where you are, love that part of you. But hope, here's how I define hope. Having only positive expectations. It's an acronym, HOPE. Having only positive expectations. Faith is trusting in the eternal goodness of life. Faith, trusting in the eternal goodness of life. And life, being eternal, will never cease to be. Even if we can't see the whole picture. And I don't know, I mean, there's not many people that I've met that can see the whole picture. And the minute we think we can see the whole picture, if we try to describe it using language, we have now limited the picture to a limited idea. And so understanding the whole picture is not about what can be spoken out loud, but holding on to that feeling. Holding on to the innate feeling of our connectedness with all that is. So even if we can't see the whole picture, we are part of wholeness itself. We are expressions of infinite wholeness, the nature of spirit to be what it is no matter what. No matter what the circumstances of our lives, no matter what the circumstances of our experience, we are never, ever, ever, ever separate from wholeness. But boy, it can feel like it sometimes. We are so much more than we see. We are that which is behind the seeing. We are that which is behind the seeing, the innate nature of us. And so when we make our transition, I think that we on some level make a decision to understand and have the experience of that feeling in a profound, profound way. I believe with faith in an innate immortality, we can live within the question, how do I choose to live? How do I choose to live? Because there is power and freedom in our capacity to be able to choose. How will I choose to live today? I started today by calling this message, What's Next? What's next? And the answer to that question is, whatever you decide. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The home practice that I'm offering this week is to engage in the practice of journaling in the morning. You may not be someone who journals, but I find there's power in journaling sometimes. So I'm just asking you to journal for a week, every single morning. Journal each morning upon waking and answer these questions in your journal. What does infinite life mean to me today? What does infinite life mean to me today? Answer that question, and then answer the next question. How might I demonstrate a deeper faith in the unfolding journey of Spirit today? How might I demonstrate a deeper faith in the unfolding journey of Spirit today? The home practice, of course, is posted on our website on the video archive page once the video archive of today's celebration gets posted. So if you are not able to jot this down or take a picture of it quickly, just know that it is available to you there on our website. That's the home practice. I invite us all to relax right where we are. Simply checking in to see where we are. See if there is some kernel of an idea that has resonated deeply with us today, and allowing that idea to be rooted and present in the heart space. Opening up and allowing and being informed by this vibrational tone, this feeling, this magnificent understanding of being the one.
You are the light of love. I am the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love. You are the light of I am the light of peace. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of peace. You are the light of joy. I am the light of joy. You are the light, I am the light, we are the light of joy. Allowing ourselves to take this in, simply relaxing where we are and opening up to this idea that there is only one infinite power and presence. There is only one wholeness, there is only one creative energy, there is only one source. And all that is, all expression, all circumstance, everything that is and everything beyond everything that is part of this infinite wholeness, for there can be no separation from the infinite. And so I hold firm in my own state of faith that we are that power, we are the presence, we are the light, we are the creative source of our lives, and that as we are empowered in decision making, that we are allowing our lives to be formulated by those decisions. And so I choose wisely. I choose to understand the nature of love at the core of this expression. For love is that self-givingness of the Spirit to itself. For the purposes of creation, it is flowing forth into expression. So every aspect of life, I choose to recognize and reflect upon as love. This extends to every interaction I have, every relationship I have. I recognize the love, the God essence at the core of every single person I encounter. And I hold this to be so for each and every one of us, that we are engaged in this in our own unique way. I hold firm in this understanding as well, that life is infinite. Life is infinite. There can be no separation from life, and so I know that we are, each and every one of us, infinite and infinitely expressing. And so when this physical expression is complete, it does not mean that we are incomplete. We continue on and continue on and continue on in an upward trajectory of magnificence. And so with gratitude and appreciation overflowing for this understanding, I simply let it be. I relax, I trust, I know, and affirm it as so by saying, and so it is. Amen. You are the light of love. I am the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love. You are the light. I am the light. We are the light of love.
Thank you. Thank you. I invite you to take out whatever financial contribution you are making to our community here today. Just know, as you hold what it is you're offering this community in your hand, whether it be in the form of cash or a check or a card that indicates that you give by electronic means, or you're a pre-authorized contributor, please hold it in your hand. Recognize the loving intention that exists within the gift you hold. Simply breathe into that loving intention. Recognize that what you hold in your hand is the expression of God in action. And as it moves through this time in this place, it does magnificent work in service to the greater community. And your gift empowers us into that. And so for that, I am eternally grateful. Breathing into that. As the baskets are passed around, please celebrate with us by singing this gratitude song. You'll recognize it.
Gratitude for me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful.
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 I'm so grateful. I'm
Yes. Here to guide us in the blessing of the offering, will you please welcome one of our magnificent prayer chaplains, Silvana Servaggio.
Thank you. Good energy today. Yes. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. Yes. We bless these gifts, and we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Silvana. And let's find out what's happening here at Unity of Tucson.
It's Sunday, December 1st, 2024, and here's what's happening at Unity of Tucson. Be a part of something extraordinary. Unity of Tucson's pledge drive is here, and this is your chance to help shape our future together. By sharing your financial commitment for the coming year, you empower our leadership to plan with confidence and bring our vision for 2025 and beyond to life. Keep in mind, a pledge is different from being a pre-authorized contributor. It's your personal declaration of support that helps us set our goals and dream bigger. You can pledge online or pick up a form in the lobby or bookstore, and when you've completed your form, turn it into the office, the bookstore, or drop it in the offering basket. Let's create a thriving future for Unity of Tucson. Your commitment makes it possible. Get ready for another unforgettable trip to the Gaslight Theater. This year's show is Scrooge, A Merry Miserly Christmas Carol, a hilarious heartwarming twist on the classic tale. Join us Sunday, December 22nd at 3 p.m. for an afternoon of madcap mayhem and nonstop fun. Don't wait. Next Sunday is the final day to grab your tickets. Head to the Desert Light Bookstore today and make sure you don't miss out. Plan now to join us for our Christmas Eve service here at Unity of Tucson, Tuesday, December 24th at 6:30 p.m. Afterwards, we'll gather in Harmony Hall for hot apple cider and holiday cookies. Let's celebrate the Christmas season together. Unity of Tucson's annual yard sale will be coming up before you know it, and we could really use your help in making this year's yard sale a success. Those who wish to volunteer should join Karen Ives today at 11:30 in room 2 of the annex. We will begin receiving donations starting December 22nd. We're also gearing up to let the good times roll. At today's 11:30 a.m. meeting with Karen Ives, you can be part of the early planning for a festive Mardi Gras event that we are lining up for early spring. You can find out more about all of our events, classes, and other ways to get involved in your spiritual community by visiting the Desert Light Book and Gift Store or online at unitytucson.com. Have a magnificent week.
Thank you. One thing, too, that I want to let you know about that did not make the video edit this week, but it is happening, is that we will be having our Christmas Day potluck here at Unity of Tucson. I believe that will begin at 12 noon on Christmas Day. So if you'd like to sign up for potluck, there is a sign up in the lobby. You can let us know what you're bringing, and we will provide something. I think we provided ham last year. We'll figure out what we're going to provide this year. But please do join us for potluck on Christmas Day. It is also the first Sunday of the month, which means that we celebrate birthdays and anniversaries for the month of December. So as you were coming in, you may have been invited to fill out a ballot if you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary in the month of December. We will choose the ballot, we'll choose the winner of the draw during fellowship at the completion of the celebration today in Harmony Hall. But I would love to acknowledge and sing happy birthday to anyone who is celebrating. So if you are able to stand and be honored, would you please stand up and we will sing happy birthday to you. Who's celebrating? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And a happy anniversary to everyone who is celebrating as well. I believe Laura Cass had something that she wanted to share with us too, very briefly.
I do. Okay. I would like to let everyone know that prayer chaplain training is going to start in February. We don't have the date settled yet, but it will be 2 Saturdays, half day each. And if anyone is interested in even just finding out what a prayer chaplain is, what do we do, what we're engaged in. You know, when somebody asked me a long time, about 15 years ago, said, would you like to be a prayer chaplain? I had no clue what it was. I just said, I'll go to the meeting. So anyway, that was 15 years ago. So I'm inviting you, if there's any place in here within you that feels like you would like to be a part of raising the prayer consciousness of this entire community and supporting Reverend Jonathan in that, but also feeding yourself. It's a great experience for feeding yourself and elevating your own prayer consciousness. So if you have an interest in this, I would very much like to talk to you. And I will be out there in the lobby or kind of floating around Harmony Hall. But please seek me out. It's always worth asking the questions. And I would love to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. And it seems like we've got some little people over here. And Dee Brady is probably going to come up and tell us about what the little people did today. Hi, Joshua. How are you doing?
He's ready to go.
I love your dress.
Thank you.
Yes, very festive.
Happy December. We are ready. We're getting ready for the festive time that we have together. So today, I received a book not long ago, and it's from Unity for kids, and it's Christmas 2008. So I was looking through the book and thought, it's the same message of love, of giving, of hope. So today's lesson is coming out of there. And it's We Let Our Light Shine.
Oh, I love that.
So we made candles. And, I'm thinking they look really good with the stage.
Yeah.
They look really good. So what message did you want to read? He has the message.
Okay.
I am a child of God, and I bring light in the universe like the stars that shine at night, or the snow that sparkles in the sunlight. I let my light shine everywhere I go.
Oh, I love that. Yay! Thank you. That's great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all last month we sang This Little Light of Mine at the completion of the celebration, but we're not singing that song anymore, but you can think about it. Yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to everybody who had a hand in putting today's celebration together. I want to first acknowledge my father, Don, for helping set up the fireplace gag over the weekend. And I want to thank Beryl for coming in. She and we put all of the Christmas decor together. So thank you for your support, Beryl. I want to say thank you to our keepers of the flames, Laura and Mary. Thank you so much for guiding us through the Flames of Faith ceremony today. I want to say thank you to Silvana and to Reverend William, who were here in service as our prayer chaplain. Silvana leading the meditation and the blessing, and Reverend William leading us in the reading, the affirmation, and prayer. They are also available at the completion of the celebration today. If you would like a moment of prayer, they will remain here in the sanctuary, and you can seek them out for a 1-minute miracle. You can also let your prayer intentions be known by filling out a prayer intention form and putting it into the box, the prayer intention box in the lobby. You can send an email to prayer@unitytucson.com, or you can go on our website. There are many ways that you can engage in prayer with our community, and please take advantage of our prayer consciousness. We are here to pray. That is a primary aspect of what we do, so thank you for taking advantage of us. That's what I will say. Thank you for taking advantage of us. I want to say thank you to the entire hospitality team. I will be in Harmony Hall following the celebration to greet you, and we'll have some coffee and some goodies over there, and so please join us for that. I want to say thank you to our greeters, to our ushers. I want to say thank you to our technical team, Wally and Aiden and Sherry and Gavin back there. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to this magnificent music team, Linda, Raphael, and Paul. And please, Aaron, come out, take a bow. Let's hear it for Aaron Anderson, featured music today. Thank you so much. And so as we complete our time here today, let's share this prayer of divine awareness, which will guide us into our final song. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Love be with you.
Love be with you.
Peace enfold you.
Peace enfold you.
Spirit lift you.
Spirit lift you.
Truth come through you.
Truth come through you.
May good flow to you.
Good flow to you.
Let joy renew you.
Joy renew you.
Till we meet again. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. Love be with you. All together, hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. Whole new life for you and me. Take your past, set it free, and share this blessing. Love be with you. Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe ahead. Truth come through you. May good flow to you. Let joy renew you. Till we meet again. Love be with you. 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 Make it a magnificent week, everyone.